Okay, so at this point, we've memorized our song, or at least the lyrics to our song. We've worked on singing along with it. Even if we struggle a little bit with that, we're still trying to match the lyrics and sort of the tempo and the rhythm of the song. Even if we don't have the best voice in the world, that's okay. So now let's actually do some stuff with the guitar. First, we need to learn the chords to our song. So now you should have already, gone online or used your music book, or whatever you have, to learn, or at least identify the chords that are in the song. So for the purposes of this course, we'll have an imaginary song that has the following chords: G, D, E minor, and C. Okay? Now that progression itself, or those 4 chords, are used in a ton of songs. It's possible that the song you've chosen actually has those exact chords. But for our purposes, like I said, we're just going to do sort of an imaginary song with those 4 chords. Now, if you don't know those chords, that's okay. Whatever chords are listed for your song are the ones that you're going to learn. I want to talk a little bit about the actual variations of the chords that you're going to use. So you can kind of see what I did here with my G chord. It's a 4-finger version of this G chord. D chord, just a standard open D chord. E minor, same sort of thing. And then C chord, same sort of thing. So if you took the guitar crash course at the beginning of this series, you'll notice that, I'm doing these 4-fingered or full versions of these open chords. If that's too hard for you, that's okay. Like I mentioned in the crash course, we have some, open position chords using just, a couple fingers. So for our G chord, for example, we'll just use a 1-finger G chord here. 1-finger C chord. You could just do an, I'm not pressing down anything, I'm just kind of strumming the bottom strings of the guitar. D chord, there's not really an easy way around it. Try to get used to using those 3 fingers. Now, if those are too easy, and even these are too easy for you, these open position chords, you can go crazier, do bar chords. If those are too hard, don't worry about it. Any of those variations are good. The point is, I want you to be comfortable with the chords that you're playing. So it doesn't have to be the hardest version of the chord. It doesn't have to be the easiest version, whatever you are comfortable with. And if you are comfortable with all of them, do whatever one you think sounds the best with your song. So first thing you got to do is learn the chords for the song. And what I mean by that is, I want you to be able to play these chords without having to look them up. So you'll notice as I'm playing these, I'm doing them all by memory, which is what you should be doing as well. If you have to go back and look at the chord charts for your song to actually learn the chords, that's okay, but commit them to memory. I don't care if they're not perfect. Like, I don't care if you play a G chord and it's a little bit buzzy. We can fix that stuff later. The idea is that we want to get it into our brains and into our fingers as soon as possible, so we don't have to refer back to the chords. Just like we memorized the lyrics of the song that we're going to sing, we want to memorize the chords that accompany that. So once you have that piece down, then we're going to work on the next piece of it, and that is chord progressions. I'll talk about chord progressions in the next video. See you then.